First, thank you for watching this video on a weekend. Next, I promise you that I'll make it worth your time. So I just finished a 3-part series on Sofi, and right at market close, something really strange happened which I wanted to share with all of you. It's about 11:30 p.m. on Friday, September 17th. I'm recording this video now, but I'm going to release it in the morning so you don't get bothered in the middle of the night. So we all are waiting for the bank charter news, and the chatter is that it can happen anytime. Now, company has not said anything, but I think I see a big sign that we are getting this news very soon. I'm giving you 3 pieces of news, and the last one is what I feel is a confirmation for me. Please note that this video is for entertainment purposes only, and please do not trade based on the info I'm providing, as I'm not a financial advisor. I'm sharing my opinion and the trades that I plan to open. Do share this video with your friends, because if they're Sofi lovers and investors, they need to see this information before 9:30 a.m. on Monday. That's what I feel. Okay, so let me share my screen and start with LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is giving us more and more signal that Sofi team is getting ready for the bank charter. And by the way, I mentioned in my last video about Chad Borton. He actually accepted my LinkedIn invite. So when bank charter settles down, when Sofi settles down a little bit, I will request an interview for all of us investors. Now, if you look at LinkedIn, you will see few more profiles that have information and Sofi Bank mentioned. So this is Chad right here, President Sofi Bank right here. And then next one is Paul Mayer right here. He's also President Sofi Bank information over here. And then one more profile that I found was John right here, which is Sofi Treasurer, Sofi Bank information. So they're putting together a team, of course, of qualified people to basically take lead as soon as Sofi Bank charter happens. That's a very bullish sign, as they're gearing up for the big change. Number 2. The stock was all over the place today, like the whole, or I should say yesterday when you're watching this video. It was all over the place, like the whole stock market. It was really hard and confusing day to really figure out what's going in the market. In that confusion, one thing caught my attention. You see this big bar right here? This is what caught my attention, and I basically wanted to do more research that yes, volume on Sofi is high, but what exactly is happening? So now if you go to Yahoo Finance, you see that on Yahoo Finance, they are saying that the volume for today was about 55 million. Their average volume is about 19 million. Now, this is really unusually high. There's only few times Sofi has this high volume, and I'm going to mention that in my third part. So this was really intriguing and bullish sign to see that all of a sudden we got this huge volume at 4 o'clock, right at 4 o'clock. This line is at 4 o'clock right here. And we got this huge volume, and then we got another volume right about 4:03. So that sparked more interest for me, and I started to dig around this, and this is what I found. So Bloomberg Terminal right here, I'm going to bring you some amazing information here. So in Bloomberg Terminal right here, we have someone who traded 30 million shares right here, right at 1600 at the close price of 1509. So if you go on Yahoo Finance, you can see that the stock closed at 1509 right at 4 p.m. And right at 4 p.m., somebody traded 30 million shares. So right after that, few seconds later, we got another influx of about million shares right here. And then it continued more and more as more and more people started to buy stock. As you can see that some of these trades, this is by the volume, by the way, largest impact. So it's by the volume. As you can see, that's huge volume that happened on Sofi right at close time and even after close time. Now, this is really unusual. I feel like someone was waiting for the close to place the trade, and look what happened after the trade. In post-market, the stock went up and it's actually closed at about 1518. So I feel this was a really bullish sign. Along with that, let me show you the volume that Sofi has. So the usual volume that Sofi has is right here, again from Bloomberg Terminal, as you can see. They trade about 20 to 15 to 18 million shares on a regular basis. So this is their regular volume right here, as you can see. This is their regular volume. This is their regular volume. So they're trading anywhere from 19 million to 13 million to about 18 million shares on a regular basis. Now, if you look at all of a sudden 55 million, you get to start asking question, what is going on here? Because the last time these many shares got traded was right when they announced the earnings. Earnings is always a time when the companies trade a lot of volume. Let it be Tesla, let it be Palantir, let it be Sofi, they all trade. So look over here, 813, about 60 million shares were traded. And then all other days, 13 million, 16 million, the volume were just low. And then all of a sudden, Today, which is 17th, you're going to watch it on a Saturday, which is 18th, we got about 55 million shares traded. This is really strange. That's what's happening over here, okay? And I feel that this is an indication that we have a bank charter in place or coming. My opinion only, I don't have a crystal ball. I think we are going to see some news next week or maybe few days into next week. This is really strange and really weird to have SoFi this kind of a volume. See, I'm not one of those people, those who's going to see the information or the news and just run with it. I need to make sure that I'm basically checking all the sources, then giving you the information that you know what, this is what's going to happen. So I feel very confident that we are going to see some news very soon. Again, because it's kind of very strange for someone to come in and just trade that kind of a volume right at close. Along with that, let's look at some news over here. So all these news articles, one of the one is Forbes, which basically came out at about 9:30 a.m. that says that SoFi stock could rise about 80%. Now, 80% from the price that we have today puts the stock around $27. And that's exactly what I said in my last video, that this stock will be around $25 to about $30 by the end of the year. I think we are going to see a huge price movement in the next few weeks in SoFi stock. Now, I cannot say for sure when is this going to happen. Maybe Monday, maybe Friday, maybe Wednesday, maybe the week after. Nobody knows. But this kind of volume is really, really weird to see on this stock all of a sudden out of nowhere. Of course, it's earnings. We know why it happens because of earnings, but I haven't seen any other catalyst other than bank charter news that's in the works, and we know it's coming very soon. So all these things are pointing to some major catalyst or some major news that SoFi is going to break. And in our opinion, or in my opinion, the only news that's pending is basically catalyst. Now, of course, Q3 is coming, but that's far away and we cannot expect to see that kind of a volume now for it. So in this kind of market, I'm not selling covered calls. Some of you have asked in the comments, what are you doing? I'm not selling any covered calls on SoFi because this stock has a huge upside potential. Of course, 80% is what Forbes said, but I feel it can go more than that. So I will not be selling any covered calls. Simply buying shares at this price is a bargain in my opinion. Now, I will remember, again, my opinion only, that those 30 million shares are not for somebody's retirement, if you know what I mean. There will be some profit taking once the news is out and right before I'll be placing some options play. I'm an investor, not a trader for this stock, so I plan to hold the shares, but I will not leave free money on the table. Hope I provided some value, and if you enjoyed this video, then consider subscribing and hit the like button so we can reach out to more SoFi lovers, and share the videos so more investors like us know about this before Monday. Thank you for joining me. Love you all. Until next time, you all have a sparkling day.